Salio chaps, and welcome back to Factorio DIY World. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our exploration into this mod pack. We in the last episode just got this beauty of aluminium asteroid mining setup up and running. As you can see, I just added on a few more in between episodes, as we needed this for the plan for today's episode. And the plan is that we want to go and finally set up a red science. I've been saying it for a few episodes even. And I think we're finally at the point where we can do all the things in one grid as we have all the basic materials. I think that's cool. Don't remember to leave a like and subscribe and jump on Twitch as well. I'm playing Satisfactory there at the moment, among other things. So hopefully you'll come and join us. So, I had planned on doing it right here. I think that's a somewhat decent place for the setup, as we need pretty much every single input. So let's go over there and get it up and running. I think I've calculated too that we need 8 inputs for this to work. So so that was what we're gonna try and do here. We'll also make what's called, you can go in. We'll pretty much make every single product on site. Oh well, at least we'll make the basic assemblers on site. The rest we already have in the base, so we'll just get those in. So we'll need about 7 inputs. We'll need electronic circuit boards, the construction robots, and the water. That's 3. So let's just get this up in a second. Then for the basic assembler, we'll need 4, 5, 6, 7 items. So that means we have all the 7 we need. And then we want out the 8 out. Iron plate needed for this, we're already getting from somewhere else. So that should work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get all of this in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We couldn't fair do it at the top ones. Might not be too bad. Go away there. So let's just quickly get all these down. I'll place all the inputs, and then we'll be right back when things have been moved in. As I don't think you need to see this for the 17th time. So see you in a second. So quickly, while the robots are doing their thing, we have the 3 unloading stations here with the water unloading as well. Let's talk about what I did in between episodes, since I just remembered that I forgot. I did 2 things, or 3 things. I did the rockets things we already talked about. That is going very nicely. I also went over here and got this natural gas filled in. Just did a pipe over here and into the network. Could, in theory, just hooked up a train out here, but yeah, it ended like this, and it's fine for now. Last thing I did, massive oil outpost here, taking items in, because if you see here, we are using an insane amount of iron and such to run the base. So that is just temporary until we get the rocket to do it instead. So while this is going, let's actually, in theory, just start to design what we need. Firstly, this one. 4 inputs. Oh, we don't need the water in here, actually. Let's get you away. Let's get a normal unloading. I need that one. There we are. Then we'll get the 4 inputs in. The easiest way is probably steal some kind of setup like this. 2 belts with mixed on it. So let's try and steal... What if steal that? And take you over here. And you can just start here. We don't need to do it overly fast. Let's try you. Then we can move you in a sec. You'll be making assembly machines. 1 every 5 seconds. There we are. That means now we have 16. We have 50. Well, 105 seconds is going to be about 3 per second at the moment. Our science requires 10 automation science. That means this requires 1 every 5. That means we can do 16 with our current setup. What if we do an even 20? Would that work? When we do 20 that, then we can do 20 automation science, but that means you'll have to do 40 of these. That might be a bit overkill. How much red science do we need? We need it for a long, long time. And in somewhat decent volume. I think up here at the top, yeah, a few thousand. So let's see, let's try and do 20, 20, 40. 20, 20, 40. What if we do that? Do here. That will give us 4 per second. That will give us 80 automation science per second. That means we'll give you let's do the math correctly. Yeah, 5 seconds for 10. 80 and 5, that means we'll do 14. That means we'll do 16 science per second. That's a lot. Might have done the math completely wrong, but we'll try and build it, and then we'll see. If we do that, what if we just hook up, to be honest, this one right next to it? Sneaky bugger. I think we'll have to go and take care of that, right? Okay, I'll just quickly go and take care of that while the robots build this, and then we'll be right back. So, the bind has been taken care of, and we should be good to go again. So, one thing I did think about while looking at this is that this has been completely overbuilt. This requires 80 iron plates every 5 seconds. That's 16 per second. That means one build can only handle maybe 1 or 2. If we do one full build of 30, that means one full build can do 2. That means this is way, way overbuilt. Now let's try and remove that much. There we are. Let's try this instead. Otherwise we'll just be stuck with these not working. Let's upgrade you. Go fine, and let's upgrade these. Good, because right now we can consume 1 full belt on the inside. Let's do a 3rd line as well, just to get some things in. We need to upgrade you. To be honest, just great, perfect. And then we're good to go. So that will give us out much, much slower rate. It'll give us a bit less than 1 per second. Yeah, a bit less than 1 per second, but we'll consume all the iron. That is so much iron. And this we can kind of just get into the next setup, where it looks somewhat decent what we want to do. Let's see. Into here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 inputs. Are we able to just steal? We have this one as the inputs we need. So what if we just take you? Because we have designed you before. Turn you on the side. Do it below. Made it easier to manage. 1, 2 in between. Then we'll have the inputs going out some other way. Let's try that. I'll consume, if we do 5, that's 10 per second. This one produces 20 every 5. That means it's a 1 to 2. That means we'll have to do 8 of these for it to actually work. That should be fine. 2. Take you away. We can take you. We can kind of flip you. We can't with centrifuges in the blueprints. Good to know. Just do this then. There we are. That's gonna output all we have from up here, and I'll kind of go from the back in. Mix we 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just get maybe the electronic circuit boards on one belt and the other 2 on a mixed one. Or we can get this one on one belt and the other 2 on a mixed one, as that might be easier to handle. Let's get... Let's see. We'll do... We need 1, 2 items in. 1, 2 items in. Those 2 can go from... Take them from down here, because then they can merge together. Then we can output over here. We'll do 1. 2. That'll go together and up here. Then the water will go in over here as well. Also unloading. Here, and then we'll have an unloading station over here. That should be all we need for red science. Loading, please. There we are. So that was slowly built while we design the rest of this. Let's take you and do our flip. There we are. Get the robots to deliver all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see again. 1 to 1. 1 to 2. So 1, 2. Oh, wait. Wait. Is this correct? Oh, did I skip a step by accident? Oh, this is correct. Yeah, this gives us the fluids out, and that goes into a normal 1. So we'll have to use this one to make it. Yes, and then assembly machines. Perfect. Did I do this wrong? I did this completely wrong, didn't I? 1 every 5 seconds. Use 1 every 5 seconds. It's only 4 we need, so we actually can skip half of this. Let's see if I did this correctly now. There we are. So 1 to 1. 1 every 5 seconds. 1 every 5 seconds. And then from here, it jumps down. And does the next thing way out the way. Or this one. Yes. Good. Now we just need to get some labs. I don't think I have any in storage. Or sorry, not slabs, just normal assemblers. And that's just a normal input system. So let's try this. You'll make that. Add the fluid in, among other things. Let's take... That seems to work wonders, this little setup. And you can kind of go somewhere like this. Couldn't Fear just hook it up here? And let's give ourselves a small amount of space just to make it look good. That'll go out down here instead and over here. That should be our science. Then we'll set up a little lab here maybe, or get it on a train and move it to a lab grid. Kind of want it in a lab grid, so I'll just hook up all the belts. And then you guys will see this in action in just a matter of seconds. So the robots have been busy at work building our entire setup. So here's all the belt work for it. I haven't hooked it up yet as I wanted to share this great accomplishment with you guys. So what I've done is I have a pure line for each of the plates, as this one can consume an entire belt going in. So one belt going in here, two belt going in here, mixed belt of bronze and iron ingots in the middle, and then just a full belt of green down here. Jesus. Going into the bottom, or the top. So let's hook this up and let's see if we can get you producing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you. And there we are. Oh. Let's move you over a bit so it's actually in the correct spot. That was my bad. Here and here. And let's do you and you. Now you can collect. So let's do the same down here. And here and here. Widths. Couldn't fear just get the power in here. That'll look a bit better. There we are. That's going to produce. That's going to give us what we need. Hopefully in a great spot. Going out. Looping in. Going into these two. Where we'll get the green circuits and robots. Also the red circuits and robots here from the bottom. Let's just quickly connect you up. Water flowing in from a little train station. Let's see if you start to grab things. There we go, basic assembler. Perfect, perfect. Ooh, we might need more, get these upgrades to stack at some point, as that is a limiting factor. Or just... yeah, I'll get this upgraded to a stack long insert instead. That's getting in. Here goes the next part. That should be enough to get our automation science flowing. That's going to go down here, where the next row of fuel is going to go in with more plates. Not as many plates, but still a few. And let's see when it starts to flow out. There's a bit of a crafting time of these. I can tell you one thing. Oh wait, never mind. Because in the night our power is lacking quite heavily. Which we are working towards with red signs. And then going into... where's that? Here. As soon as we get batteries, I can get accumulators. And then all of our issues will be solved. So that's going to output you onto this build and start to craft. And that's going to go into a little train we have over here and taking it to our science grid. The science grid haven't been constructed yet, but I could in theory just hook up a lab right here. But I know from experience that as soon as this is running, we'll very soon get to green science as well. And then we need a grid anyway, where we can throw it all in. Because if you see here, we do require it quite a bit for different find. 2,500, 2,500. And then more again for the next sciences we're going to get down the line. So yeah, I'll make a science grid a bit later. I'll probably do that in the next episode. Right now I just wanted this to go. And the next episode will be us hooking up a science grid and doing a metric ton of science. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. Do comment what you think about this little beauty of a setup. And let's hope we can build up a nice surplus of science. So we can get all of this going. The limiting factor at the moment, just before we end, is how well... well, that flashes quite quickly. How quickly this can keep up, because it's gonna go from buying almost none to all the way, almost 2k per minute. So we'll see how it goes. Iron. Yeah, 1.7 up here. And that will be our limiting factor. So luckily we have this train grid that's easy to expand out and add in more iron if needed. But that's going to be cool. As I said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do remember to leave a like and subscribe and jump on Twitch as well. We're doing Satisfactory at the moment. And as always, a big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for supporting what I do. It means a lot to me. So with that, I've been Dgray, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.